welcome to my channel. I know it has been a while since my last video because I have to prepare for this one and this one is kind of tricky. So today I'm going to talk about 10 of my favorite Japanese NDS games. So Mario, Rockman, Zelda, Pokemon, Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy will not be mentioned. My first game is Bokujou Monogatari Futago no Mura. This is a typical Harvest Moon game and you'll be able to look after your animals and grow some crops and do whatever you want and make some friends in the town, whatever. So I like this game because this is my first Harvest Moon game ever, and I think the graphic is good, is cute, and I like the storyline. So, well, this is just a suggestion. There are quite a few Harvest Moon games on NDS. You can pick the one you like. Another reason why I chose this game because this game does not require any kind of touch control, so you don't have to switch between the mouse mode and the user control. Next one is Avalon Code, and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. So this is an action RPG, and it is really interesting because look, you can scan a person and you can take some element out of that person. There are many cute graphics and the action scenes are just something I wanted, so this is the one that I really like. In my opinion, I think the story of this game is kind of sad because at the beginning of the story, you found a stone and then you got a book from the stone, that magical book that you use to scan things. And then there's an elf or spirit, I don't know what that is, came out and tell you that the world is gonna end and you have to use that book to scan every single thing. That is kind of sad. Next one is Ninokuni Shikkoku no Madoushi. I'm pretty sure that I have featured this game on my channel for a few times, so I'm not going to talk about it that much. But if you like Ghibli animations, you should play this game because, well, obviously the graphics is designed by that studio and it is cute, so this is one of my suggestions. There's one thing that is really interesting in this game is that you have to draw this magical sign in order to practice that magic. You don't have to do that every single time, but you have to do that when you have to learn that magic. So here comes the part. Whenever you have to draw a magical sign, you have to refer the real book that came with the game. And you have to switch to mouse mode in order to draw the sign. It is not easy, I have to say. Next game is Ganbare Goemon Toukai Douchuu. I'm not sure if there's any English translation for this game, but I'm pretty sure that this game would be interesting for foreigners because it looks really Japanese, very authentic. In my opinion, this is an action RPG, and sometimes you have to switch to the mouse mode in order to do some actions. However, for most of the time, you'll be able to play the game without mouse mode. Some of the actions, such as pulling the string at the very beginning of the game, is really difficult to perform with your mouse mode. So for those parts, I suggest you to use a real mouse to connect to your Retroid Pocket 2 in order to finish those difficult actions. But for most of the time, you don't have to do that. Next game is Izuna, Legend of the Unemployed Ninja. So yes, two ninja games in a row, but they're totally different. This is a mystery dungeon kind of game. If you have been following my channel for a while, you probably noticed that I kind of like this kind of games, so this is interesting to me. There are two ways to leave the dungeon. One is to use the item that allows you to leave the dungeon, and the other one is to defeat the boss, who is probably located on the last floor of the dungeon. You'll not be able to return to the previous floor once you have proceeded to the next floor. And you'll have to learn to balance between surviving and fighting against the monster in the dungeon, because if your level is too low, you'll not be able to defeat the boss. But if you, you know, fight without thinking, then you'll probably die in the middle of the game. This game also doesn't require mouse mode, so it is pretty easy to play. The next game is Solatorobo, and I know it's The seventh one, Nora to Koku no Koubou. This game is totally adorable. The graphics is so adorable. Well, it is a simple game, crafting plus RPG, not much difficult to control, not a very difficult story, nothing to think about, just cute and, you know, kind of easy. So I just picked this because it is cute and easy to play. That's it. The next one is Zombie Daisuki. Daisuki means I love or like. So it is I love zombie. So I picked this because this is my all-time favorite on NDS, and like I like to be the villain instead of the hero sometimes. So this is those kind of games. This game is a bit different from the other games that I've just mentioned because this game is completely reliable on your mouse mode. So basically, you can just use the touch screen, you don't have to use both screens. So that is one thing that I think it makes it playable on Retroid Pocket too. And then you have to set, you see, I've set these um, virtual buttons on the screen, and I have set the first one for switching the screens and the second one for save. So just like I mentioned before, in the game tutorial, sometimes there are things that are difficult to control with your mouse mode, and if that's the case that you're struggling, you may want to use a mouse to connect to your Retro Pocket 2 to get through those difficulties, and you'll be fine afterward. So I think for most of the games, the tutorials is the most difficult part to use the mouse mode because it requires a lot of, precise control in order to get through those tutorials. But other than that, you have your own ways to play the games, and it is not necessary to use those difficult controls, so you'll be fine in game. The next game is Summer Night 10 Tears Crown, which is a 10-year anniversary title for Summer Night series, and I like this game because of the story plot is really good and the graphics is really cute. This game also doesn't require the second screen, so you'll be able to do all the things with just one screen. And well, if you want to look at the map, you may want to switch the screen, but basically you don't have to do so. And you'll be able to play it without mouse mode, so that is one very good thing. The last game I'm going to talk about is Layton Kyouju no Akuma no Hako. This series of game is one of my favorite because there are many different kind of puzzles that you have to solve, and you get involved in the story. So this is really fun for me, and you have to use your brain, so I really like it. And also you have to use the mouse mode to solve the puzzles for most of the time, so you may want to have a setup that is easier for you to use the mouse mode. So I put the special keys and my second screen on the right hand top corner, but sometimes that is kind of, it blocks the puzzles or stuff, so sometimes I'll change it to single screen, but I will keep changing it when I think I have to change it. This game has been translated into many different languages, so if you're interested, don't worry, you'll be able to find the one in your own language, I guess. Thank you for watching till the end, and that's it. Those are the 10 games that I wanted to recommend to you for NDS. So I know there are a lot more playable and good games around, and I just didn't mention the Mario and Pokemon stuff, so definitely worth to explore more. And yeah, that's it. Please like my video if you enjoy it and subscribe to my channel for support. Bye.